I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that the US and Syria have been developing a closer relationship militarily over the last, 11 months since the fall of the regime. And we've already seen that Damascus and Washington have conducted now 8 joint operations against ISIS. So it's more formalizing something that's already been going on now since the fall of the regime. I think the US sees this as an opportunity to try and bridge more gaps between the SDF and the new Syrian government. And hopefully they'll have similar types of training so that once the SDF does officially join, that they'll be able to work together. And maybe it'll also provide an opportunity for in the intervening time to have sort of a joint operations room, maybe specifically related to the fight against ISIS, which could hopefully build some trust. I think that it will provide more air cover for the Syrian government if it's doing different operations, since the U.S. can also use its air force and other things, and therefore it'll help with already the sort of intelligence-led operations that the Syrian government has already been doing, and so it'll be sort of a team up in some ways in a lot of these operations. But the thing too is that if you look at the way that the U.S. has worked with the SDF in the past, a lot of it is more with advising, assistance, and training, and the bulk of it will still be with the Syrian government, since it is, the country that is, trying to fight against ISIS too. So the U.S. isn't going to be like dominating anything. I think it'll put more pressure on the SDF in terms of the negotiations related to the integration. The U.S. obviously wants this to happen, and so hopefully it will provide more of an impetus for the SDF to agree to join the Syrian military so that everybody could work again together against a threat that both Damascus and the SDF view as a problem for Syria. I think they'll view it as a positive signal of where the Syrian government is going in terms of its engagement with Western countries. Obviously, there's a history of Syria being allied with the Soviet Union and Russia. So the fact that the new government is willing to do something along those lines suggests that, at the very least, they're willing to have a relationship with other countries outside of that orbit as well. And then from there, from many countries' perspective in Europe, as well as the US, that it will also lead to economic relationships too, beyond just the security relationship potentially.